Alright, so continuing hanging out with Will over here. We're in my truck now. We were in his Kenworth T680 at the beginning of the video. But I'm going to ask some questions here. First off, how long you been driving?
Douchebag. I told you every answer is going to be douchebag.
Fuck off. How long you been driving?
Legally?
Yes, legally.
4 years. I'm working on my 5th year will be the 20 something of April. I don't remember my anniversary date.
Yeah.
And I have legally logged over 750,000 miles.
Nice. Not bad. Not bad.
Because I got your mileage when you were in my truck as a student.
That counts?
Yes, it does.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it does. Why do you think I became a trainer so I could hit the million fast?
That's cheating.
Hey, cheating to win is still winning, only a hell of a lot easier.
Speaking of training, now I know you technically were still a new driver when you trained me. Much like when I hit my 3-month mark at Werner, they asked me if I wanted to be a trainer and told them no. What is your take on that happening in the industry?
That's bullshit. You need a minimum 2 years.
I agree.
Minimum 2 years. And it's not because after 2 years you know everything. Because let me tell you, you can even ask my aunt and she will tell you, I was the cockiest, dumbest motherfucker the first year of my driving. She wanted to kick my ass on days that ended in Y.
You scared me.
Until I became a trainer. The day I became a trainer, something changed.
I will.
Because it was a learning curve for me as much as it was for you. Because here's the thing. I didn't know who the fuck you were.
Right.
I didn't know you from Adam. You didn't know me from Adam.
All we knew was we actually lived relatively close to each other.
Right.
Which was like out of the thousands of drivers at Werner.
Yeah.
What are the fucking odds?
Yeah. All right. But what you have to learn how to do is have trust.
Right.
All right. If I can't trust you to drive this truck when I'm in that bunk sleeping, you can't be on my truck. I'm sorry.
Well, even until you had to build up that trust, you sat in that driver's seat doing the head bob, doing this, but you were still like...
Many nights of burning the candle at both ends.
And this guy was also the type of trainer, like, once he felt comfortable that I could back, like, he had no problem hanging out in the back while I was backing, because he knew I knew what to do. But...
Well, you want to know another reason I'd sit right there on the bed?
Well, you watch out the windows.
No. I could see out the mirrors perfectly.
That too. But,
I didn't figure you needed me breathing down your shoulders, standing over you while you're trying to back. That's just going to make you nervous and piss you off.
But you were also the kind of trainer where if you were sleeping and I needed something,
all you had to do was say, hey, man. And I was up.
And that's a problem with a lot of trainers out here, is they only care about the paycheck. They'll sit there and I've even heard of trainers logging onto their students' logs and driving as their students, and their students are getting no training. And then, oh look, their training hours are
paycheck trainers.
Their training hours are magically up, and now all of a sudden they've got their own truck and they don't know what to do.
Let me ask you one question. You've been driving now, what, 3 years?
Almost 4.
How many accidents have you had?
None.
How many speeding tickets you had?
Only 1.
More than me.
Yes, he's a damn good driver. I got real lucky having him as a trainer.
Now, I do have one benefit. I'm a 3rd-generation driver in my family, and if I don't know the answer to a question that Derek or another driver asks me, I make phone calls. And I don't stop calling people until I have the right answer. So you could ask me a question about this industry, and it might take me a week to get back to you to answer that question. But I'm going to give you the right answer, and I'm going to guide you in the right direction.
There's even been a couple of times you've called me asking a question.
Yeah.
I mean, And that's the important thing. Like,
the worst mistake a truck driver can make is to not ask a question.
yep.
And to that douchebag motherfucker on YouTube who charges 40 goddamn motherfucking dollars,
Right,
you
biker
better
trucker.
hope I better not fucking find your ass. Because you know what? All we have out here is each other, and we're like fucking bikers. We're a goddamn brotherhood out here. And you're a piece of shit.
I was just about to bring that up. See, he doesn't really follow the drivers on YouTube too much. So when I told him about that, his eyes lit up like, are you serious? Like,
And trust me, you can ask Derek. My advice comes free. Call me day or night.
yep.
If I don't answer, leave me a voicemail. Shoot me a text message.
If he doesn't answer, chances are he's in the birthday suit in the bunk.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a pretty sight.
Derek knows that from experience, many nights of cuddling.
He's lying. He's lying. Trust me, he's fucking lying.
You know, if your wife's watching that, she's gonna be like, what the fuck?
So, let me ask you this. Now, those that follow me on YouTube know that I started it technically at CR England, went to Werner, drove with this guy, went to Crete. I had a trainer there for 2 weeks, and now I'm here at the company that I work for now. Why have you decided all this time to stick with Werner?
Because I look at it like this. I wake up every day, I go to work. I do my job, I get a paycheck. Alright. I don't need a fucking company to roll out the red carpet. I ain't never once told them I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. You can't send me to fucking New York or California, because guess what?
It's money.
You go where this industry takes you.
Yep.
Alright, do I like going into New York or California? Certain times of the year in certain areas of New York and California? No, not particularly, I don't. But you know what? Anybody who's never been to New York and says New York fucking sucks has never seen more than New York. It is the most beautiful state in this nation.
Texas is better. But no, he's not lying. New York.
It's better than Texas.
New York, upstate New York, is beautiful. New York City, you don't want to fuck with that. But
You ever done it?
I've been through it. I have not been to it.
Bronx, 2:30 in the morning.
No thanks. Fuck that. We're good. I don't care if that makes me not a truck driver.
I never said it didn't make you a truck driver. But you remember your first trip with me that I made you take that Ohio back road off of the I-80? Ohio 49.
What a ride.
Let me tell you. Now, he was new. He was very new. Very green. All right. And I told him, I said, if you can handle this road, you can handle any road in this country. Yeah, granted, we took it a little slower than I would have. Hey, whatever.
Remember going through Oklahoma and the densest fog we've ever seen in our lives? And I was doing fucking 35.
And I'll tell you right now, every other word out of his mouth, dude, I'm pulling over. I'm pulling over. I'm pulling over. No.
He wouldn't let me.
No, you're not. If you can handle Ohio 49, you can handle anything they throw at you.
We drove through some brutal shit. See, and I'm gonna.
His fourth week in my truck, I remember it. He just switched to night driving. So me as a trainer, you know.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I don't know who that number is. Decline. What the fuck? All right, we're still rolling.
We were coming out of Virginia. We were on a back road.
Oh yeah, this. Traffic came to a dead stop.
Traffic was a screeching halt. I had been up for 26 hours. We were going to the truck stop. I was going to go to bed and get a couple hours of sleep before I started driving. And we come up on a very bad wreck. Let's just put it like this. We saw body parts and fragments of people's on the ground that
obviously were dead.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
Yeah. And right then and there, he looked at me, he goes, dude, I'm going to the truck stop and we ain't going another mile. I looked at him, I said, I'm with you.
That shit'll shake you up.
You see, what people don't realize is every four-wheeler, every big truck, every two-wheeler, any person that is out here on this roadway, you need to think of them as your own personal family. No matter how stupid of a driver they are, whatever asshole bonehead fucking move they make, all right, we've all made stupid choices. All right, I come through here, I go to Streetsboro, Ohio a couple times a month. There's one day I heard this guy bitching across the CB radio about a driver who made a mistake and went into the easy pass lane and was paying cash. He was bitching how the driver was holding him up and needed to hurry the fuck up. I'm like, dude, just relax.
Shit happens.
What was the very first thing I told you we were going to do when we got in my truck? You remember the very first day you drove in my truck?
Yeah, I had never driven at night, and I'd never driven on the interstate, and I'd never driven in heavy wind, and we were going up I-65 through Indiana.
Where were we headed?
We were headed to Hodgkins, Illinois.
Yep.
To the UPS. We were pulling a Celadon trailer.
Yeah. Which is weird. That was the first and last time I ever pulled that.
I remember it pulled real nice.
Yes, it did.
It was a nice
A
drive.
lot nicer than Warner's equipment.
My wife actually, a couple weeks ago when she was with me, we wandered up on a really bad wreck going into Fort Worth, and I went by it too fast, but seeing as she was a passenger, she got a better look at it than I did. And she asked me, why did they have a guy on the ground, and why were they doing the paddles? And I had to swallow a big ball and tell her, because dude's dead. They're trying to bring him back. And
what a lot of wives and husbands, because there are a lot of women trucker drivers out here, boyfriends and girlfriends, what y'all don't realize, this shit's real. At this truck stop, I wouldn't even say a month ago, I watched them pull a driver out of his truck who died sitting right there in that driver's seat. Laid him out on the ground. And I made a decision that right then and there, that day, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to let this job kill me.
And unfortunately, if you don't die in your truck, the health effects of driving a truck will catch up. They've caught up with me. Heartburn,
Sleep apnea,
joint pain, you name it. Things that I didn't have.
Of course, I think he had sleep apnea before he started driving, the way this motherfucker snores.
It sounds like I'm cutting down logs in the forest. But,
oh my God, I had to crank the fucking music at night driving.
But, I mean, you got to take care of yourself out here, because one wrong move, you could kill yourself or somebody. And have bad habits. I know I'm about to light up a cigarette. He just lit one up. That's, something we shouldn't be doing.
I've been doing this since I was 12.
These things out here, these fast foods and all that, that's why I started cooking in my truck, because this stuff will kill you.
Let me tell you a story about a man that I know personally. He delivered me at home. My father had to have been pushing almost the 5 bill mark. All right. Yes.
Damn.
In 2 years' time, I have watched that man lose almost 250 pounds. He has lost 2 people off of his body.
Wow.
Simply by eating healthier, and he walks. That's all he's done. He eats healthier, eats less fried food. Still eats the same shit, just not fried. I have seen that man walk 12 miles and then get on a bicycle and ride over 25 miles in one day. All right, and the key about it is to keep your heart rate up
And stay
and to
hydrated.
maintain a 3 mile per hour pace. You know how easy it is to walk 3 miles an hour?
Right. That's
Now,
how
when we walked from my truck to that door,
that was about it.
that was 3 miles an hour. So it's just a walk. It's just a standard walk.
You don't gotta be on a brisk pace, but don't be dragging ass either. Basically, paying attention to what you're doing out here, driver fitness. It is important stuff. I know. I'm not,
and you can ask this guy right here. I'll bend over backwards for just about any driver out here.
I mean, I know. Obviously, on camera, we're not the most in shape drivers, but we're trying. And
But you got to understand, I just beat cancer too.
That is true.
I kicked it in its fucking... Well, my doctor kicked it in its fucking ass when he yanked my gallbladder out. I had a cancer in my gallbladder, and I asked him how rare it was. He said, I don't know, do you play the lottery? It's a 1 in a million chance you're ever going to win that.
Damn. So, before we wrap this video up, let's end it on an amusing note. What's your favorite story about me and your truck?
The day I made you jump up here in the jump seat after waking your ass up, running down them hills in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and you holding onto the bitch bar like he almost started screaming. All right, his ass was sucking styrofoam up. He was a panic and a nervous Now,
that's the problem. I'm a nervous passenger.
I get it.
Because I'm not in control,
I get it. I was the same way. The very first day he started driving, I don't know how many times I was bracing for impact. All right. But my aunt taught me one little phrase. Don't fear the road. Respect the road.
Yep.
Don't fear Mother Nature. Respect her.
Yep.
If she's pushing you out of your lane, park the bitch. Ain't a job worth killing yourself over.
No load is worth your life.
Ain't a dollar amount that they could pay me for me to take my own life out here on the road.
Nope.
But now, if I see a family of 4 who breaks down in the travel lane and I got 2 options, hit and kill them or put my truck in the ditch and risk my own life,
Ditch it.
I'm ditching it. I will put it in the ditch and I will roll my truck 25,000 times. I don't care. I don't care if I walk away. Yes, I have a wife and 4 lovely children. All right, that I will do anything for. But my wife knows if I have to make that decision, I will make it.
Yep, mine does too. And mine also knows that I will risk my life to help people. I've ran across I-40 to help somebody who got hit on a motorcycle by a school bus. Thankfully, she lived and was not seriously injured.
I ran across I-44 with 2 fire extinguishers in my hand because the driver's trailer was on fire.
Was he at least dropping it and unhooking it?
As I was running over with the 2 fire extinguishers in my hand.
Good, because that's the first fucking thing you should do if your trailer's on fire. Get the fuck out from underneath it. Because your fuel tanks catch, that's it. Done.
Diesel fuel's non-flammable, non-combustible. Not like gasoline.
Still will catch fire.
It will. But you gotta have it rip-roaring hot.
Yeah, but once it burns...
You want to know the worst thing to catch on fire? Your tires.
Oh, yeah, because those fuckers will burn hot. They'll burn for a long time.
Yes, they will.
It's like, it turns into like napalm.
But, remember, a newbie, seasoned veteran, I don't give a shit who you are. Alright, every driver is out here trying to do the same damn thing. Make money and provide for our families. Alright, and let's face it, I drive for Werner. I will openly admit it. I don't care who's going to laugh and make fun of me and what have you. Alright, I've been with this company for 4 years. They've got their goods and they've got their bads. Believe me.
Just like any company.
Every company does. Alright. But, my father told me, he says, you stay loyal to the ones who gave you the first chance. Werner brought me on right out of truck driving school and put me onto a dedicated lane.
See, and
I wound up losing a man who taught me everything I know just over the phone in this industry. and that was my grandfather. He died 6 months after I started driving. I had a dispatcher who told me he wouldn't get me to Missouri because it was out of lane. I looked at him and I said, I can't drive on your board. Sorry. All I wanted to do was go say goodbye to my grandfather. That's all I wanted to do. I jumped off his board, jumped onto another dispatcher's board. Very next day, I was home. My wife and my children and I were in our car going to say goodbye to their great-grandfather and my grandfather. All right. I became a 48-state driver that day. I ran under this man for 2 years. And he lost his job because he was fighting for the drivers.
Was it the guy?
Ryan Barlow.
Oh, that wasn't the guy
That wasn't that.
Okay. I remember.
And then I got a really good dispatcher when I was a trainer. And let me tell you, you can ask Derek, that man didn't give us a chance to stop.
Well, what if we had to?
But if I simply put over my Qualcomm, we need a 34.
He let us.
His response back, when and where. Anywhere we wanted it. I could have told him Spokane, Washington.
We'd have been there.
We'd have been there and we'd have been on a reset. I don't know how many times we did resets down in Dallas and Laredo and even Omaha. And
see, speaking of loyalty, like, I obviously don't work for Werner anymore, and I won't go back. But it's not because I hate the company. I loved working there. My dispatcher, Travis, he was fucking awesome. He was brand new when I was brand new, so we grew together, learned together, and we developed a friendship. And he ran me as hard as I wanted to run, which was hard. The only problem I had was that the pay just wasn't there. I needed to make more to provide for my family, so it was hard. It was very hard telling Travis, hey man, I gotta switch companies.
Here's my 2 weeks, and you know what Travis said? I understand.
He actually tried to see if he could raise me up to what Crete would pay me, and they told him no. And 2 weeks after I went to Crete, he called me trying to get me to come back. I couldn't do it.
Yep.
But yeah, we're approaching 25 minutes almost on this video, so I'm gonna cut it.
It's going to be a 2-piece clip when he posts it on YouTube.
That might be a 1 piece. I can put them up there.
And
Yeah. But yeah, so pretty awesome getting to introduce you guys to the man.
and you
who,
see this right here?
Oh yes.
Number one tool you need in your truck at all times. And it's not to jaw jack and jibber jabber on when driving down the fucking road.
This has saved my life.
I don't know how many times I've been broke down in no cell area. Got a driver who had cell service. Hey man, I need to get a hold of my company. And come to find out, I'd sent in my message that I was broke down and they trying to call me for over 2 hours. I had no cell service.
Well, and also too, like having no cell service, you can't check Google Maps or something for traffic.
Right.
This always has service no matter where you go. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Fucking awesome being able to introduce you guys to the man who helped me get it all started, the one who taught me the ways of the road. So this
And don't be the douchebag that grabs your goddamn shower bag in the motherfucking fuel island. See, I love playing with them fucking ragheads out there that do that. I wrap bacon around their door handles. Yes, I'm one of them.
all right, so yep.
You might find fifth wheel grease in areas that you don't want fifth wheel grease.
He's a dick.
Yes, I am.
That's where I get it from. But
But if you just simply go and park your truck, because let's face it, hell, we've been here at this. I've been at this fucking service plaza now for at least 7 hours.
probably about it.
All right, and there's still plenty of fucking parking.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, it's what time?
5:30.
They automatically change time zones. So it's 5:30 Eastern Daylight Time. All right, I'd be willing to bet that the little shithole pilot 2 miles up the road from here
It's full.
is either A, full or empty. All right, What was the thing I always told you about planning your trips?
Give yourself 2 hours.
Give yourself 2 hours. Start looking through your little truck stop guidebook. Where is yours? I know I gave you one.
Somewhere. It got lost. I know. But if you don't have a truck stop guidebook, get Trucker Path on your phone.
Hell, Google Maps.
Or Google Maps. But Trucker Path is awesome because it'll give you parking updates, way station status updates, reviews on truck stops.
Who cares about way station updates? Drive safe, drive legal. How many times did I worry about us pulling into a scale house?
Never.
Because you know what my attitude was? I got nothing to hide.
Yep.
So, y'all be safe. Shiny side's what stays in the air. Remember that.
And we'll see you on the road. Thanks for watching.